Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's feeling good and great and all of that. Shit. Yes, bitch. It is winter time. It's cold in the motherfucker once again, as you already know. I think it's probably like 19 degrees today. Dress appropriate, I'm gonna always say that because I be seeing a lot of motherfuckers who outside. And you can't blame like you don't say you ain't got no money. But you can go to the thrift store. They be having shit. Like stop. Stop thinking that y'all gotta be spending all like making these white people richer. Like, stop. At the thrift store, you still, you know what I'm saying? But still, you paying a fraction of the price of some shit. But you also have to have a good eye. But anyway, just the point of the whole shit is to layer up, get you a good ass coat, make sure you have on some boots, not no goddamn sneakers. I've been saying it's like slushy. Now it's getting watery, like and icy and shit like that. You need on some motherfucking boots with some grip. Not no motherfucking sneakers is made out of plastic. The fuck is y'all doing? Like, with no grip and no soul like that. Well, anyway, that's one. You know I'm the hood meteorologist. Anyway, y'all know how I do. I just jump right into it. Oh my god! And I have not finished watching it though. That goddamn Kevin Gates. Wait, before we go to him being on Club Shay Shay, before we go to him being on Club Shay Shay, because I haven't finished watching the whole shit. You know, like I like Kevin Gates. I like his thought process, and you know what I'm saying, and all that shit, and the things that he deliver out into the world. Like I do. He's very interesting to listen to. But anyway, before all that, let's address this. It's something that I wanted to talk about like a while ago, and I just didn't get around to it. So now let's get into it. So this is what he said back in the day. Not back in the day.
What's the best, man? What don't want a young man? You don't like it, eat my man. Straight up. What want something that been, you heard me? Man, have emotion. We ain't going to the used car line, man. What the But see, that won't be nothing but that washed up on it like, hey, yeah, old enough to be your daddy, yeah. Yeah, want some, yeah. Not sense enough to know how to listen.
Oh, bitch. The fuck you in? Where the fuck you at? But you know, is he not telling the truth? Yes, he is. Y'all look around. For the most part, like a lot of men do want younger women. Like, and even some women want them a younger man. Like, look at Cher. Look at Jackee. We're going to talk about her in a minute. I think she's 69. She's dating a man that's 50. Cher, look, that bitch like 99.2 thousand years old. And she dating, I don't know, how old is that dude? Probably like 40-something years old. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. But that's a lot of truth to it. So I don't even know, like, you know, I guess people got offended because he was saying, you know, that's just like going to a used car. Who going to a used car? Motherfuckers who can't afford like a brand new one. That's who going to a motherfucking used car. But I guess like so what he's saying is, bitch, I got an option. My paper long, so I don't have to go that route. You understand what I'm saying? But only if you got money, and also if a man is charming, he don't have to go that route. I'm just saying. So there's a lot of truth to what the fuck he was saying. Like I didn't get, and you know, I'm an OG. I'm an OG. Like, and I don't give a fuck. Like that shit do not bother me. By no offense, I was not offended by it or anything because this shit is not for everyone, but it's the truth. Because a lot of men and some women, you know, because even myself, because you know my son's father, he's like 12 years younger than me. Don't tell nobody. But you know what I'm saying? And plus, my uncle used to be like, "You like I'm young." No, I didn't. They used to just be trying to fuck with me. But and now, like at this big age, 56, like a lot of men be trying to holler at me, be like 70. So I be looking like, what? I guess I'm a young whippersnapper to them. You know what I'm saying? But don't get offended about what somebody's preference is. And also, not only that, like he definitely have like an aesthetic. Like he like the Caucasian girl kind of look. Like you know what I'm saying. And I'm assuming that Drea, his wife was maybe she was black or something. I don't know. Maybe not biracial or Native American. I don't know what she was. But she do have like that. He like that aesthetic, like the fair skin with the stringy hair. And ain't nothing wrong with it, but that's him. You know what I'm saying? And we cannot be mad at someone's fucking preference. But I can understand that, like, as a black woman, like how in a lot of cases, like, you know what I'm saying, these motherfuckers just don't be choosing black women. Well, that got a lot to do with because your minds have been manipulated into what beauty is. You also feel, some of them feel that if they have that woman that look, if she's not totally Caucasian, but if she have that Caucasian look, if she's something like if she biracial, if she's Hispanic, if she's Asian, if she's Native American, if she's Habib and them, you know what I'm saying? Like all of them, because they all, you know, have the same type of aesthetic, right? If they have that, then, you know, they try to be as close to whiteness for some strange reason, and I don't even understand that shit. But yeah, but it's real. Motherfuckers' minds have been motherfucking manipulated. We have been bamboozled, bitch, hoodwinked. Until you wake the fuck up, I guess you will forever be lost. But I'm not saying that all men, like, I'm speaking of black men. I'm not speaking of nobody else. Um, who tend to want to go that route, like with as far as the women that they choose. Because you look at Kevin's history, like all of them kind of, they all look the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with it. And I do agree with him, that shit is true. I mean, that because a lot of men do want like a young ass motherfucking man, and that's just, and then y'all shouldn't be mad when a woman turn around and say, although I know people will be mad because people was like, they're furious that he said that. When a woman turn around and say, look, I ain't fucking with no man who ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes, you know, it goes both ways. But the shit was true. I do believe it. I'm not saying it's true for everybody, but it do be a lot of men who be, and also some women who be on the same type of motherfucking time. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, and Chihuahua. So listen, also Kevin Gates was on Club Shay Shay. I have not watched the whole thing. Surprisingly, there was some things that I learned about him early in the podcast, where he was talking about himself being essayed or by, I'm assuming, I don't know if it was a family member or whatever the fuck. But he said some very powerful things. And also on Club Shay Shay, you know, it be a lot of people who go through that unfortunate situation. Like Clarissa Shields, Cheryl Underwood, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just, and people who may have, you know, please don't fall into, you know, it's your fault. It's never your fault. Like, some nasty ass motherfucker. That's why everybody gotta learn how to fight. That's why you gotta talk to your motherfucking children about shit like this. Soon as they start motherfucking talking. Yeah. Ain't no touching. Here, none. You don't touch nobody. Like, all that. Y'all really do. But anyway, he also said this, like, you know, just people.
They had a, you know, disagreement. That's one of the reasons. Like, we told you what happened to us.
So it was multiple. It wasn't just you.
Nah, it was. I'm gonna say me. It's
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I'm gonna take. You know, I'm gonna take.
You gonna take.
I'm gonna take the beating for the
Okay.
friend. But yeah, I told you what happened to me.
Yeah. Why don't you? And it's interesting because Clarissa Shields was on here. She said the same thing that she told, and they didn't believe it, and she ended up going to stay with her
And with Mike Tyson, it was the things that he told me off camera that was so beautiful. Like, that dude is one of the most beautiful people.
Mhm.
I was like shocked. Like, if you look at the interview, I was just like kind of in a daze because it was the conversation we had off camera.
Right.
Then when we got on camera, I'm like, man, this dude deep.
Right.
And that's when he was like, that's what turned me into a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Something bad happened to me.
And he said it's never gonna happen to me again.
It really forced me into being kind of like a vigilante kind of in a sense. Because I took like every type of martial arts you could think. My grandmother had me and all of that. And for a long time, and I hate what I'm about to say, for a long time I exhibited a lot of violence out of fear. People salute me for a lot of stuff, but that wasn't
That was out of fear. That wasn't out of just me being no monster, no tough guy. That was fear.
Were you a teenager at the time?
Yes, sir.
Were you threatened?
When?
Did he, if you tell anybody that this has happened, or if you tell anybody that this happened, something might happen to you or someone?
He did.
He did?
Yeah, he out of here.
I guess I'll leave that alone.
Man, that's the truth. I mean, I don't know how he, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't know how?
He out of here.
Like I said, we'll move that along.
Yeah, he'll never do that to anybody again. That's the two things. But then, you know, I might be shit. I don't want to say too much, but I really broke generational curses with that situation because people that came before me, they was raped. And they created the space for me to have with my children to where my children know don't nobody never touch you, that not even me. I had these open conversations with my children. They are equipped. I created a space for them to be able to tell their dad anything.
Open and honest with you about any situation.
Anything.
Kev, you know what? Let me ask you this. How did you summon up the courage? Because I can assure you, you're not the first young man, boy, that's ever had this happen. But a lot of young boys will suppress it.
I created the space for men to be able to heal. There's so many men that come up to me and hug me and cry in the gym and tell me thank you, because I created a space. And I tell them, you was vulnerable then. We have built ourselves into machines to where we can protect the inner child. That's why I made that song, Protect Children. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to hurt children.
Your song, molested inside my mom's home. She ain't believe me when I was young. There gonna be a lot of people that's gonna watch this.
After I made that song?
Yes.
I didn't know how much trauma that I was holding. I cried for 2 weeks uncontrollably. My manager sitting back there, he the one recorded that song. I was in Puerto Rico. And when I did that song, I cried uncontrollably for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks straight. Then I went to the bathroom, and when I shit it just like...
Everything released.
Everything released. I was so tense all the time just from, you underwent trauma. And even going out there and applying pressure, it don't never go away. But I think my snapping point was, damn, I hate to say who it was, but he pulled me to the side. He a monster too. He pulled me to the side. He was like, hey, are we gay? I said, I don't know. And I remember that was the last time I kind of had a little bit of before it went black.
You don't remember anything after that?
No, I remember. I'm talking about before my humanity kind of got turned off toward predators. I don't respect those that pick on the weak.
Okay, so he said that, and yeah, that shit was powerful. Y'all saw how he was looking. He was like, "Yo, he dead. No blinking." Like, and I was like, right. And then y'all also heard that he said he told his mom. He said that's why they had their relationship was strained. It was not it was strained because he told her and she didn't believe him. Now, he didn't say if it was a family member. Or it probably was a family member or somebody that's in their vicinity, in the neighborhood or some shit like that. That's crazy that people don't believe when their children tell them things like that. And he said that when he recorded that song about him experiencing that sexual trauma. And then he said after he took a shit, like it just all went away. Like, you know, he was able to like release all that build up intensity. Now, I don't know what it's like because I've never experienced that. You know what I'm saying? I want to say shout out to my motherfucking mama. I'm so grateful for her for protecting us, her children, and watching over us and stuff like that, and making us aware of like this. No, don't open up my door when I ain't home. I don't give no. Now I said this before. My mother never said. I know she said her brothers. I don't know if she said my daddy though. I don't know if she said him. I don't. I gotta ask my brothers and sisters that. But I know she would be like, don't open up my door. Don't nobody come in here when I'm not at home. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no playing with no man or like that. None of that. You see, but then again, you know, and I'm grateful for that. But then again, like also the predators don't always be men. It's also women. You look, if y'all go down, I went down this rabbit hole, especially when the shit be happening in school with the teachers, with the young, with the boys. It be them women. Guess what women? The Caucasian women. Not to say the other don't, but it be a lot. It's the list is like them. That's a whole other conversation for another day as we talk about that, because they a whole other type of beast when we talk about sex and human sexual behavior. I'm not saying all of y'all, but just chill, motherfucker. You know your people. But yeah, so like I was just like, wow. And I like that he said he have these conversations with his children, and you know, don't nobody touch you there or anywhere, like, and including himself. You know, another thing too I noticed about men. My brother had told me this because my brother has daughters, and he said when he washed them, like he was like, yo, and they took a dump. He said he put them under the water, like. You know what I'm saying? Like he said he did it like that. Like that's how he cleaned them. Like he didn't take a towel and you know and wipe them up. See, that's also a conversation that you like, you know, as a parent with you know with your significant other, your baby daddy, your husband, whatever the fuck, and y'all have children together. And if you have a girl, like you know, how you gonna watch her? How you gonna wash him? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was weird that my son's father taught my son how to pee. I'm not a man, so I don't, but this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he said he had to take his thing out and showed him, like, this is, you know. But I'm not a boy, so I don't know how that shit works, but that's how that shit go, though. So, yeah, man. And I like that he was like, y'all like no bullies and all that shit, and how children has to be protected at all fucking times. I ain't tell you about that little ugly ass motherfucking girl at the school. Now, y'all know I teach fashion after school. So I was telling him, and I said the story before, I'm fucking about to say it again. I was telling him about jeans, and that's a good, now we talking about fashion. Fashion concerns your body. You have to put the clothes on. So her pants was hanging down low, like the crotch area. So, you know, like, let me show you. Can I show you? Oh, damn. I hope I don't fall. Oh shit, I gotta zip up my pants. Wait, cause these are some kind of cute fitted pants, but you know, like you want the crotch, or they kind of, but they cause they got a lot of stretch in them. The crotch you want it kind of, it's not, it's like right here. It needs to, in order to fit really really good, a good fitting pant. These pants got too much stretch in them because eventually they fall down. Like you want them like in your crotch, like you know what I'm saying, like hit you right there at the pools. You know what I'm saying? So those are nice fitting pants. So I was telling the little girl, and her shit was hanging down low, so I had to stand on the table, and I was just telling them. And so she went and told the directors that I made her feel uncomfortable. You little ugly ass bitch. I said I do not want her in my class no more. Y'all know I don't even get down like that. And I understand, and I'm grateful that she said that because it made her feel uncomfortable. Oh, okay, that's cool too. And as you should. When anybody make you feel uncomfortable. But they know, I don't know if they know, but, you know, I don't play no shit like that. I let them know when they getting dressed, all the things, because you got to let them know, because it is some freaky, nasty-ass motherfuckers. Just like they just showed this one man He was a gym teacher, and like grown ass man sending one of his students, a little girl, cause she a little girl. You sending a little girl some messages about whatever the fuck, what the fuck. But y'all have to listen to your children and also have that conversation about sex and don't be afraid to do that. And also teach your children how to fight. And also have some shit in their motherfucking pockets, bitch. Especially if you live in motherfucking in a world like we live in New York, like when you going in and out of building, you live in the big ass motherfucking building and you gotta jump on the motherfucking elevator. You need to have some shit in your pocket. And also, don't even let your little girls go in the elevator by themselves. Y'all need to, I mean, sometimes it has to happen like that. But man, man, listen, we truly, truly, truly have to have these conversations. You have to watch your motherfucking children. You have to watch the people that you have around your children. And you have to pray that when you do have to send your child, because your child is gonna have to go, like they gotta go to school. They have to have a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? They gotta take these extracurricular activities. And hopefully like whomever is doing it is a person who really has the mind frame of shaping these children and not on no sexual shit. The most nicest motherfuckers, you can't really trust them motherfuckers. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, you know, like a motherfucker just always like, I don't know. Like, that's for me. I don't mean that everybody think like that. You know what I'm saying? But just psychoanalyze these motherfuckers. Have conversations. Like, you feel it when you feel a ting in a motherfucker that don't feel right, that ain't right. Don't ignore that shit. But I want to shout out to fucking Kevin Gates and God bless him on his journey. And then also, wait, I forgot about that shit. He also said that somebody else came up to him. I'm assuming because he said it was him and somebody else, but he spilled that also that was and he said the dude asked him because it happened when he was a teenager. He said, "Are we gay?" And yo, he's just the realest motherfucker. He was like, I don't know. Because the majority of the time, especially in the black community, the people that I've talked to that's gay, I say 90% of them who were sexually assaulted, you know, whatever, some sexual trauma, they all became gay. The other ones, like they just felt it. Like I always knew I liked the same. You know what I'm saying? That's a different situation because I do believe some people are born gay. Like, but yeah, he a real one. And like I said, I do like his conversation. I like the way he think. Do I agree with everything he say? No. How you gonna agree with everything somebody say? I'm not no motherfucking follower. Like, and a motherfucker, you shouldn't be no motherfucking follower either. Think for your motherfucking self. Like, you can enjoy a person's commentary and shit like that. That don't mean that you have to agree. Like, wait a minute, hold on, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because that's coming from his experience, his wavelength, his perspective, and he's delivering it, and her delivering it out to the world. You understand what I'm saying? It's important that you think for your motherfucking self. It's truly important that you think for your motherfucking self. It's crucial. Because if not, you a sheep, you a lamb. Like they say, go this way, so you go that way. I've always been a bitch like, nah, I ain't doing that because everybody else doing it. I've always been a bitch like that. Like, nah, everybody doing that shit, nah, I ain't doing that. But shout out to Kevin Gates though, and God bless him. And anybody who have suffered any sexual trauma, I pray that you, you know, get your healing on. Mind you, and he's 39. And I'm assuming that, I don't know how long back that he said that this happened. I don't know if he just recorded that song. I don't know. I remember the only song I remember Kevin Gates is Two Falls. And I'm so glad he stopped wearing them tight ass pants because boy, you know you built up nasty. Like, what the fuck do you got on and why? Them tight ass pants and your knees knocking and shit. Not to mention that everybody said that I guess they must have saw you getting busy and that thing was on the microscopic side of things. But big dicks don't necessarily mean anything. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know, if you know how to finesse it. He looked like he knew how to fuck though. I'm sure it's not super, super small. It's probably not. I didn't see it. People were saying that it was small. I'm just saying. Since you talking about old bitches, talk about your little dick. You know, shots fired. We gonna shoot some shots, motherfucker. But yeah, shout out to him and to anybody out there. Find your way to heal. I don't know. I can't tell you that's a road for you. But I would also say that being spiritually inclined is the best thing to do. And once you're there, like it'll just open up like a floodgate and show you the way in which you gotta to go. You just have to be able to be receptive to it. There, when I said that, spit came right out of my mouth. You have to be receptive to it and move in the light, towards the light. Whatever that means for you, I don't know. Can't nobody fix nobody's life. People got to fix it themselves. People can help you. They can be there to lend an ear. You know what I'm saying? Some people may even give you great advice. But it's up to you, to how you want to move. But anyway, yeah, y'all. Oh, shit, wait. Hold on. I was just about to leave. No, we ain't about to leave just yet. I also want to talk about this, too. I don't know if y'all know Jackee. She was on 227. Yeah, I can't do it. Like she said it all sexy and shit. Yeah, she was a sex symbol and whatnot. And now she has gotten a facelift. This is a black woman. Anyway, listen to this.
Bluebird blue. I'm so right. This side more, not this. For whatever reason, for the healing reason, but it feels sort of like somebody took thinking, like a hammock and pulled it, and but I feel it, but I don't.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So it's you feel it's still a healing.
Yeah.
You feel like
it's like a body dysmorphia.
Okay.
Like I said the first 300 times I went past the mirror, I was like, and then the next 3,000 times, because it's constant. The third day I was like, ooh, I'm gonna be cute. Then that next day it swole up. What your doctor told me, swole, and I was like a bursting biscuit.
Are you fully?
I cried. I wept.
Is the puffiness gone? Because I don't see any
entirely.
Okay.
Not entirely. Got massages. Look. They have. Ooh, I'm doing it all.
Okay, we're gonna go through the list. Okay, so this was not a decision you took lightly. This was not an overnight. It took 2 years
to talk me into it. Cause I was scared. Because I don't want to lose me. You look in the mirror. You got your essence and your vibe, and then you look at. Because some people get in, they go, and you go, ooh, who is that?
Listen, Jennifer Grey, the famous actress Jennifer Grey, she looks beautiful, but she talked openly about when she had her surgery. The impact that it had on her and the reaction from fans. So there's always this idea of what will I come out on the other side of this like, but also the health risk. About you are approaching a birthday soon.
I'm like Cher. I think it sucks.
But that's what Cher said about aging recently.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks. But I can say how old you're about to be, right? No. Okay.
Say it later.
I'll say it later. I won't say it all.
But no. 69. Yeah.
You're 69 years old now. Okay.
It's there.
But listen, I'm not just saying this to humor you or anybody. 69 is not what it was. 50 years ago. Really?
Oh, yes, it is.
You think so?
Okay, I'm sorry. No, 69 is 69.
Okay. So now you are in the mirror. You've decided after people tried to talk to you about it 2 years into it, and you said, I want to make some things look different.
Absolutely. You must see my, whatever he calls it when the doctor comes out, because right in here, sort of to move, and I hated it every day. I would put these things on, these little clips with plastic on them and tape, and pull it back here like they used to do in the old. It was painful, but beauty knows no pain, and I put it back there every day, for the show. Okay. And then one day I was watching, I went, That ain't working, right?
Yeah. How much of this had to do with being a sex symbol? Because over your career, most of your career, you have been seen as a sex symbol. All of this and the this
well,
and the that.
But somebody's got to do it.
So, I mean, just point blank, period. The confidence was there. The parts that you wanted to hold on were holding on.
Yeah.
And the parts that you did not like anymore, you said.
It got worse.
Got worse, I'm changing it.
I put up big mirrors in my house, and I was like, why you put this mirror here? You know, I get up out of the bed, and it's right there. So it was worrisome, and I was worried about it. And I wanted to have an effect. You're right. I'd be sexy, but have that same effect. You know, if I'm saying, come to the Casbah, and the Casbah's move.
On the Tamara Hart show, as you can say, she was talking about, you know, like getting older. She's 69, she said. People don't like to acknowledge like birthdays and stuff like that. Somebody else just told me that they was turning 55 and they was like, you know, I don't really celebrate my birthday either. I never really have like that. But not because I'm getting old. It's just like, because I feel like it's done all wrong. My thought process on the birthday is like, you know, it's to be the mother and the father and the child to celebrate that together. Like, it actually is them that I need to be celebrating them. You understand? Because they gave me life. That's how my intake on the shit. So, but anyway, so she said, you know, she was an actress and, you know, her face was, you know, as we get older, shit gonna pull and all that old shit. And she said she didn't like the way that she was looking, so she went and got a facelift. And she also, I didn't show this clip, but she also said that she, Diane Carroll, which is a black actress, a beautiful black actress. You know what's so funny? Diane Carroll, I have a pattern where she was modeling on it. I think it was from like the 60s or something. And like she was a beautiful woman. But like I said, she got old, like in her 60s, 70s. I don't know how old it was when she had gotten it done. But she said she had got some, a facelift situation. No, yeah. And she told her, she's like, I can't move my face. Well, I say this to that, like, you know, I can see it in my hands. Like my hands, that's why I keep them shits lubricated. I always have ugly hands. But sometimes when I look down, I'll be like, oh shit. But you know, I don't give a fuck, bitch. These my shit. Whatever happened to my face, whatever happened. Like as I continue to get older, up in age or whatever the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, I at this point, I don't really think that I would be, no, I know I wouldn't. Because there's nothing I would want to change about myself. It is what the fuck it is. And I'm just going to embrace it. And, yeah, I'm just going to embrace it. God made me, like at the end of my videos, I said, God made you perfect just as you are. Like, and it is just as you are. I think that we are so vain. People are so vain. And also, but then again, she is an actress. So people, when they become actresses, I guess some of them feel like, you know, they need to, you know, they look back on that shit, be like, ooh, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Because I've had a couple of those. I was like, oh, I took a picture, be like, oh, that was, oh, bitch, your face is ugly, bitch. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? We do have those days too. But no, I really don't think that. Even sometimes when I get up in the camera, you know, like I got like it be a little fat down there, like whatever. You know, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Like, look, man, I don't know. I can't explain life. I think that we are like just so concerned about vanity that it is just like insane. I think the most important thing for me, that's ain't for everybody. And shout out to her for being honest. Shout out to Miss Jackee. She used to do that. Like, I can't do it because my voice is not like her. She used to say that shit all sexy and shit. She definitely was a sex symbol, still is. And you know, being like, I think that we are so vain and we just get caught up in a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, especially when it comes to your face, your body. I think, and for me, like being well mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, financially, and physically is my most important thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I work out, sometimes I be hearing my body going, I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? But you know, whatever. It is what it is. But thank God I can still work out. I don't have no pains. Like, I take great care of myself. You know, all the things. But shout out to Miss Jackee for being honest and, you know, and telling her truth. And yeah, so my question is to you ladies and some men, y'all probably do the shit too. Would you get a facelift? Like, I'm just saying, like just as getting older, you know what I'm saying? What would you consider, especially if you are in the arts, meaning like, well, as an actress, that art, would you? And I also want to, send my love and strength and forgiveness of yourself. Not even that, you should please don't have that on you, because it's not your fault. Just some strength that you were able to get over the trauma that you went to, and like have a spiritual healing. Like seriously. Yeah, and y'all let me know what y'all think about that. And also, what do y'all think about what Kevin Gates said about, women, and he don't want no, I don't got no used Carla. He got him some young thing. I think she's 26, he's 30, 39. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. Or the lady who, Jackee, who just got the facelift, she said she was 69. Her boyfriend, he's 50. So, I mean, see, that shit do go both ways, like I said, but it is what it is. Well, anyway, y'all know my name is Rill. I'm an intimacy coach / seductive as well, with the service called Seductive ArT. And on February 28th, on TikTok, I'll be doing a live showing you, going through the steps of what Seductive ArT is. And I hope y'all join me. It's Eastern Standard Time. That's on a Saturday. So I hope y'all come through. It's on my TikTok live. I'll be doing it. And also, I'm an author. The title of my book is called QUICKIE. It's 7 short erotic stories. Read while you fuck while you read. And I am a designer. Named my brand is Real Nice by Rill. I know I've been saying, y'all shut the fuck up. I will be putting some stuff. Like, bitch, you say that shit every week. I do have some stuff. Like, it's just a lot. I don't feel like going today. That's just a whole role to go down as being a creative, especially a designer. And I'm dealing with a whole bunch of shit. But anyway, I will be putting some stuff on my the TikTok shop. TikTok going through a whole bunch of shit right now. Like, do I want to put my shit on TikTok shop? But anyway, so yeah, so be looking out for that. It's Real Nice by Rill. I'm a pit bull of fashion. And if I resonate with you, you know what to do. Please click that. I would appreciate that. And y'all know how we lead this motherfucker. Be confident, be ambitious, be boisterous, be opinionated, be loving, be kind, be thoughtful, be supportive, be on time. Black people, be black and proud. Be about your motherfucking money. Be about your wellness. Be one with the Most High. Be thankful, be grateful, be fierce, be confident, be loving, be generous, be happy, be hopeful, be a great supporter, be a great friend, lover, daughter, cousin, all that shit. Be all these great things. We all over here, we on the road to the Most High within ourselves as beings, right? And in the midst of you doing all of that, don't you fold, don't you peep around the corner, don't you think twice. And that is, you always be you. Because God made you perfect just as you are. Until we meet again, y'all have a great night. Peace.